Hello Power Fan. Today's power topic is the exterior angle of a triangle. This is the contents of today's video. We will be knowing what is exterior angle and how to calculate it. And I'm also going to be giving you some examples of questions and how to solve them. Also, stay till the end because I'm going to give you a question that you can try and solve it and comment in the comment section below. Let's start today's video. Exterior angle. In our example here, the exterior angle is ACY. We know that A plus B plus C is equals to 180 degrees, which means that A plus B is equals to 180 degrees minus C. So D, which is the exterior angle, plus C is equals to 180 degrees because they are lying on a straight line. So to find out D, we will need to do the reverse operation, which is minus of plus. D is equals to 180 degrees minus C. We have concluded that the exterior angle of a triangle is equals to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Example here is A and B. So A and B are the two interior opposite angles of C here. So let's look at an example. So let's say that A is 54 degrees, B is 66 degrees, and C is 60 degrees. They all add up to 180 degrees. And now we have to find out what is the size of angle Z. Now we know that 54 plus 66 and 60 is equals to 180 degrees, right? Which means that 54 plus 66 is equals to 180 minus 60. So D plus 60, which is C, is equals to 180 degrees because they're both aligned on a straight line. So to find out what is D, we will need to do the reverse operation, which is minus. So 180 degrees minus 60 degrees is equals to D, which is 120 degrees. Let's move on to question number 1. We have to work out the value of W and Z in this example. So W and Z are lying outside, so they are called the exterior angle of these two triangles. So 40 plus 105 degrees is equals to 145 degrees. And we know that in order to find the exterior angle of this triangle, we need to sum up the two interior opposite angles, which are these. So when we sum them up, we'll get 145 degrees. So W is 145 degrees. Let's find out what is Z. So in order to find out what is Z, we need to find out its two interior opposite angles, which happens to be this one and this one. So we already know the size of this angle, which is 45 degrees, and we need to find out the size of this angle. And we can do so by the help of this 105 degrees. We know that a straight line adds up to 180 degrees. So one angle here is 105 degrees, which means that the other angle plus this angle would be 180 degrees. So we do the reverse operation to find out what is this angle. And it is 75 degrees. It is called the BDC. So since D is in the middle, that is the point of the angle. Now that we know the two interior opposite angles, we can work out what is Z. So when we plus this, 45 plus 75 will get 120 degrees, which is equivalent to Z. Easy, right? Let's move on to question number 2. For this question, you might want to watch my video, Parallel Lines for Grade 8. It is my previous video and I will post the link up here. So this is our first question. Why angles FEH and EHN are equal? So first, let us examine this first. Let us examine the diagram first. So these are a pair of parallel lines, and this is another pair of parallel lines. We know by seeing the arrows here. So there are two pairs of parallel lines in total. So now the question is, why the angles FEH and EHN are equal? So FEH is this angle right here, and EHN is this angle right here. So the answer for this question is that the angles are actually alternate angles. So like I said in my previous video, that you can imagine of the letter Z. For this we might need to imagine of the reflection of the letter Z, and we can see that these two are the alternate angles. Let's move on to the next question. Why the angles EFH and NHM are equal? So EFH is this angle right here, and NHM is this angle right here. So now the question is, why are they equal? The answer is that because they are corresponding angles. Now remember, in my previous video I said that you can imagine of the letter F. It could be irregular, but still we can find the corresponding angles by the help of it. So when we imagine of the letter F here, like this, so we draw a letter F, and we know that in the letter F we only need to find out the angle this one and this one, and not this one. Only this one and this one. So these two happen to be the corresponding angles. Let's move on to question number 3 and question number 4. For question number 3, we need to calculate the size of angle C. And for this question, we are given the exterior angle and also the interior opposite angle, one of it. So in order to find C, we need to do the opposite operation, which is 147 degrees minus 73 degrees is equals to C. Because we know that the opposite to interior angles adds up to the exterior angle of this triangle. So when we minus 147 degrees and 73 degrees, we get 74 degrees, which is the size of angle C. And we can check our answers by adding 74 to 73 and check whether we get 147 or not. Also, there's another method to find the answer for this question, and I want you to identify that method and comment down the answer below. Let's move on to question 4. For this question, we need to work out the size of the exterior angles here, which are C, A, and B. So let us first calculate the size of angle A, because we are already given with the two interior opposite angles of it. So when we sum this up, 70 plus 67 we'll get the size of angle A, which is 137 degrees. Let's move on to C. Now we know that 137 and this angle right here is lying on a straight line, which means they must add up to 180 degrees. So we minus 180 with 37 and we'll get 43. So this angle right here is 43 degrees. So now we have the two interior opposite angles to find out what is C. And we plus 67 and 43 to give us the size of the angle C, and it is 110 degrees. Let's move on to B. We have the two interior opposite angles, which are 70 degrees and 43 degrees, and when we plus it, we'll get 113 degrees, which is the size of angle B. And we can check our answer by adding all of this: 110 degrees, 113 degrees, 137 degrees. When you plus it, you'll get 360 degrees. For question number 5, I would like you to try and solve it yourself, and you can comment down the answers below and I will be reviewing it. This pentagon is divided into a triangle and a quadrilateral. So you need to give an explanation why the angle sum of the pentagon is 540 degrees. Thank you very much, and if you've learned something new in today's video, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video.